My servant bowed down in front of me and said, "Majesty, the delegation has arrived, you have visitors." "I'm not expecting anyone, but a delegation, you say. So some men of importance?" The servant told me that their clothing was dusty and stained from travel, but that everything they had looked costly. He said that he thought they were rich men who'd come a long way to see me. "Have they come from a royal court, do you think? Sent by a king, perhaps? Have they brought me gifts?" He said that all that he knew was that they'd come into Jerusalem from the east, and they called themselves Magi. It was whispered amongst the servants that they were astrologers. They study the stars in the night sky, and they can tell just by looking at them what will happen in the future. They can predict the future, can they, by studying the stars? How interesting. I'm intrigued. I must see them. Tell them to wait, and I will see them. I am Herod, King of Judea. There has never been another ruler like me. Who dares to challenge my authority and power? These men, these so-called wise men, have the cheek to come to my palace right here in the centre of Jerusalem with some ridiculous made-up story about a new king. They want to see this new king, asking me if he's been born in my palace. And guess what? They have brought gifts. I saw gold, expensive incense and ornaments. But not for him, not for me. New king. New king indeed. They'll soon find out that I'm the only king in Judea. It was what they said next that really frightened me. They'd been studying the night sky and consulting their charts when suddenly they noticed a new star. And this star shone with great beauty and brilliancy. They said it could mean only one thing: the birth of a king of immense power and importance. Could this be true? Is this star a sign? A message sent by God to tell men of a special birth? News travels fast. The palace was buzzing with gossip and excitement. Everyone, the whole city was talking, whispering about this new king. I had to stop all the chatter and do something quick. I needed to know the truth. Was it really a new king? Did I have a rival? Then I had a brainwave, a sudden thought. There were wise men in Jerusalem too, the priests in the temple. Maybe they could help me out. Admittedly, I usually took no notice of them, and they didn't always like the way I behaved. Often they told me things I didn't want to hear. But still, if anyone in Jerusalem knew the truth, it would be them, and I wanted answers. So I summoned them, told them to bring their holy books, and asked them, was there going to be a new king, and if so, where would he be born? They seemed to know all about it. "Aha," they said. "Surely this must be God's own special king, his chosen one, the Messiah. He was written about hundreds of years ago. The prophet Isaiah told us he was going to come, and God's people ever since then have been looking out for him, waiting for him. This must be him." Well, I was angry, really angry. Where will this king be born? Do we know? Can we guess? We must find out. We must find him and be quick about it. "Majesty," the priest said, "that's easy. The prophet Micah told us exactly where he would be born. And you, Bethlehem, are only a small village, but a ruler will come from you, one from the ancient past." By now I was furious, and I shouted at the priest, "I am the only king in Judea!" They ran away like a lot of frightened rabbits. I knew I must stay calm and think. I know the things people say about me behind my back. They call me the sly fox, and they're right. Foxes are clever, you see, tricky, good at getting what they want. Yes, I can be tricky. So I put on a smile, and I welcomed the wise men to a secret meeting. I said I was most interested in their good news about a new king. I asked them when they'd first seen this star, and I begged them to go to Bethlehem and search for this royal baby. Then I said, casually, almost as an afterthought, "Oh, and make sure you come back and tell me where he is, because naturally I want to see him too so that I can worship him and give him a gift." Something went wrong. Things didn't go to plan. Oh, they went to Bethlehem all right, but they didn't come back to see me to tell me what I needed to know. Where is he? Where is he? I waited. Nothing. But I can still take matters into my own hands. This new king must be stopped before the whole world knows about him. I'm sending soldiers to search for him, so Bethlehem, you better watch out. They'll deal with him.